All right, I think I'm live now. I think it finally switched over. Yeah, shaking off some of the rust. I haven't done this in a while. So, welcome into the show. We are here live on Panels Without Borders. This is the pre-show, the pre-funk, the pre-party for the Vampirella movie watch along for my channel members. If you're not a channel member and you want to become one, there is a join button down below. If you want to consider becoming a channel member, that'll help us out a lot. We are going to do the channel member giveaway on the show for all my channel members. If you're a channel member in the month of March, you get a chance to win some free comic books. These are going to be a Vampirella themed prize package. So definitely something you're going to want to consider. Hey, what's up, Phil? How's it going? So, let's see if my chat highlights working. Chat overlay. Let's paste that in there. Is that working? Maybe not. It's always so finicky. Oh. There we go. I'm gonna have to embiggen. There we go. Got GT Key in the house. What's up, guys? Thanks for being part of the show. So, yeah, basically this is a chance for us to just hang out, talk about some of the comic book news, those sorts of topics, and I'm watching on the delay, watching my little chat overlay hop around. I do have a couple topics I want to talk about. I was actually just over in the Comic Journey stream. Comic Journey is interviewing Brian LCS right now. Brian LCS is the runner and organizer of the Comic Book Community Awards, which probably can't see them too well, but I do have a couple of them up there on my shelf. So I thought that was a very fun show. Wanted to make sure I was part of that. And yeah. So we're going to talk about that a little bit, but some of you, the regular viewers, are probably over there right now. What's up, Dude Junior Ryan? How's it going? Thanks for being part of the show. So, the channel member stream will start after this. If I play it, it'll immediately get taken down, most likely, on YouTube. So, the way it works is if you want to be a part of my channel member watch along party, become a channel member, join the Discord, which my link is in the description below to join my Discord, and then DM me on Discord and say, hey, I'm a channel member. Can I get access to the channel to watch Vampirella, the 1996 version of Vampirella? And that should be fun. I've heard things. And like I said, the giveaway tonight is a Vampirella themed giveaway. Let's actually show off some of the books we're giving away here. Got this Segovia cover. That's Vengeance of Vampirella 17. It's a good one. Former booty cover of the week winner, Vampirella Year 1. March cover. We're doing the Shannon Mare cover for Vampirella, Dracula, Love Story, The Unholy Story. It's issue 1. And Inyuk Lee Vampirella book. Nice Inyuk Lee cover. And then the big prize. This was the Indiegogo exclusive Gem Mint. That's the Hauser cover. And if you are a $10 a month member, there is a slab giveaway that you would win. If you're the winner that wins and you're a $10 a month member, you get the slab. So, big prizes. And that'll be later in the show. So, first topic, and like I said, it's kind of weird, just the timing. They are talking about it right now over on CJ's channel, Comic Journey's channel. I want to talk a little bit about the CBCA Awards. So, CBCA Awards, for whatever reason, seem to continually be gaining controversy. And what does that mean? Well, what it means is people constantly don't want to. I guess I'll say it. They don't really want to take the time to understand how the awards work, and they want to rip on it. So the CBCA Awards, the Comic Book Community Awards. If you're not familiar with the program, they've had 2 years under their belt. 2 years ago, I learned about it pretty close to the end of the show. So I didn't do much. I didn't go nominate anybody. I didn't talk about it on stream. And then it kind of blew up infamously on a Pressable Defects stream. They were all talking about it. Specifically, Debucho was talking about it and saying like, yo, why aren't all these channels that are part of the community part of this? And at the time, I agreed. That I was like, wow, yeah, and props to him, he listed a bunch of channels on that stream where he was talking about it, and sure enough, they were channels that were not nominated for awards, and I thought, hey, that is kind of interesting. What I didn't know at the time is how the awards were structured, how the nominees were selected, and how the winners were chosen. And that all is important information, as it turns out. According to Brian, it's not my story to tell or for me to get in the middle of it. According to Brian, they've talked since then and kind of buried the hatchet, so to speak. So that's good. That's great. But what we on the outside saw was some drama, some accusations being levied against the Comic Book Community Awards. And after that interaction I had on that stream, I took the time to talk about it with somebody who I didn't know at the time was one of the nominating committee for the CBCA Awards, or the CBC Awards. That's like ATM machine, which is Comic Journey. And I was talking to him. He let me know a little bit more information about it. And I was like, oh, okay. So basically, I didn't understand how this worked. And so when the next year of it rolled around, I remember seeing, I'm trying to remember where I saw the backlash. Well, yeah, a couple channels definitely, brought forward some backlash. Who the hell are these people to nominate channels and talk about them? Hey, buddy, how you doing? And welcome into the show, sir. And at the time, I didn't really talk about it too much, but it kind of bothered me because now I knew how it worked. But I also understood, because I didn't know how it worked the year before, why there might be some confusion. So I think in a couple chats, I tried to kind of clear up confusion, but people don't really want to listen, is what I've discovered about the CBCA Awards. I almost did it again. And I think a lot of it comes down to there's a knee-jerk reaction to award shows, especially, maybe not especially, but popular vote award shows are their own kind of beast. And that's what the comic book awards are. And I understand all the arguments on paper that people bring against the comic book awards. Who nominates these people? Who gives this organization the authority to do this? Who decides who is the real comic book community is something that's been coming up recently. Things like that. Why is so-and-so channel not nominated? Who's on this committee? Why are they choosing who wins? That kind of stuff. And I'm seeing a lot of that rippling throughout the community now. It's kind of funny because I feel like the awards happened back in late November, early December, I think. And frankly, the awards are over this year, but now we're starting to see this kind of upcrop of negativity and smack talk around the awards. And I'll say who. It's not like a surprise. So Decor, call sign Decor now. It used to be Decor Collectibles, I want to say. It was his old name. It's still what I think of him as. On IG, he's been talking about it a lot. I know Brian McClay talked about it on stream, and Brian was. By the way, Brian, if you're watching this or see this later on, like I love you, man. This is nothing against anything you said, but you were kind of facetious. It seemed like when you were talking about it, there was a lot of like, "Oh, that's cool," like there was a lot of like sarcasm built into how you presented it. I feel like, and I think that some of the, and I'm speaking for you here. Some of what I saw was the why are these channels nominated and not these channels? And there's a lot of just misconception on how this works. They're, people in the community are the ones nominating these channels. So the funny thing to me is you see these channels like Brian McClay or other channels talk about this stuff, Decor, whoever, and they don't. They're talking about like almost like in a situation of like, well, why aren't channels at my level being nominated more often? And the funny thing is, and you guys have heard me talk about this before, there's channels 10 times larger than them that aren't nominated. Your Comics Explained and Comic Tropes and those kind of channels. And that's the most funny part to me is not seeing those channels discussed and talked about in the same way that you are, these smaller channels where it's like, and I get it. You have channels like Comic Tom and Jim Mint and Reggie Collects, Bueller a little bit less so because he was nominated for the first Lifetime Achievement Award. You see these channels like just over and over again in these categories. Very Gary, very popular one to see in there. A few others. And I get it, right? There's some knee-jerk reaction backlash to those channels being nominated. And that makes perfect sense. It really does. There's a big part of the comic book community that are essentially contrarians, right? They don't like what's popular. I see this all the time. I've talked about it with other content creators. When you're a small channel just starting out and you're not even at 1,000 subscribers, there's people that will follow you because you're a small comic book channel. You get to 1,000 subscribers and there's a lot of those people that will bounce. Sounds weird, but it's true. And then people have their own imaginary numbers. There's people that are like that for channels that hit 5,000 subscribers. They're like that for channels that hit 10,000 subscribers, etc. Right? And that sounds strange, but it's something that actually does happen. And it's almost one of those things that just sort of mystifies me a little bit. To see that kind of negativity directed at somebody who's doing this. And that's the other part is, why is the guy doing it? He might have some extra personal reasons for why he's doing it or, trying to make a name for himself or whatever. But honestly, if you just take it at face value, he's trying to highlight channels that don't get a lot of attention. And that there's a lot of that going on. That's what gets lost in all the negativity I see is that there is a lot of channels I've discovered through the Comic Book Community Awards. It's true. So, where's the vitriol coming from? Where's the hate coming from? And what are the misconceptions? To me, it adds up to not understanding who Brian LCS is and why he's doing this. That's a big part of it. It comes from not understanding how channels are nominated for the awards. And I've made a couple comments. I made a couple comments over on CJ's stream just now, and some other places too. There should be more transparency. I'm always an advocate for more transparency. There should be more transparency into those things. And I'm not saying Brian isn't transparent. I'm saying that he should be upfront with some of that transparency. Maybe some of the stuff on the site should explain a little bit better about where these categories are coming from and the awards, the nominations for the awards, that kind of stuff. But you see, people like, I think Comic Tom I want to say, maybe I have this wrong, but I think Comic Tom posted a picture of a trophy on like IG or something like that. I think that's where Decor kind of hopped in, talking about it. I think maybe I'm wrong. it's just a little sad that this is the argument that I keep seeing over and over again. I see a lot of places talk about it. And comic community, I'm going to call you out here a little bit. Sections of the comic community. Some of those people I see saying that stuff are clearly upset because they're not nominated. And look, I mean, here's the thing. If you're a channel with 10,000 subscribers and you're mad you're not nominated for this thing, try talking about it with your subscribers. Because from what I know about the voting, it's not a lot of people that vote. So you could, if you had 10,000 subscribers and, 10% of those people went and voted in this thing, you'd win. Or, win the nomination, I think. Pretty easily, I bet, and depending on the category. And that comes down to it. You have channels like I've had Chris on from Comic Tropes, right? He's pushing like 200,000 subscribers, I think, last time I looked. And if he was talking about it on his channel, could you imagine how easy it would be for him to win that award? And that's another thing I like about what Brian does over there is he does tiers, right? Best channel for X, 0 to 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 to 5,000, and then 5,000 plus, right? I think that's a good way to do it. So he kind of accounts for a little bit for that. What would you call it? For that popularity kind of contest effect. I feel like I might not be seeing the entirety of chat. I don't see a lot of chat, which is cool. We don't have a lot of people in here. That's fine. The people that are here, thank you very much for being here. I'm just going to check my feed real fast on YouTube and see if, maybe I'm missing some chat. The reason I say that is because my chat rate thing just changed, but I didn't see any new messages come through. Oh, shit, I am missing some chat. How? I apologize to the folks. Weird. I switched over to from live chat to top chat, and I actually see more messages now. I apologize. Okay, so Preston's in here. Preston says, this doesn't look like Vampirella. Well, I did show off Vampirella stuff earlier, Preston. These are the prizes for the channel membership award. Big prize there is the Gem Mint Vampirella book. Inyuk Lee, we had that. Unholy, Shannon Mayer, Gilliam March, former Booty Cover of the Week winner, Segovia. So, and then after this stream, we will be doing the Discord one. So this is kind of like the lead-in. Honestly, I wanted to give people a chance to become channel members. I think the lowest level starts at like $1. I will be 100% honest about this, by the way. I would love, and I don't do it because I'm saying this. If you want to do it, that's great. I would love to get $10 in super chats, and the reason why is because if I don't get $10 in super chats by the end of this month, I actually won't get my YouTube payout for this month. If you don't want to super chat, that's totally fine. I don't want anybody to feel like they need to, but that's just something I wanted to mention real fast. It is. I hadn't streamed in a while, and I was looking at it, I was like, yeah, I really haven't streamed in a while, because last month I just did the Discord thing. We also got Collector P in the house. What's up, Collector P? Hello, Theet, to you as well. I'm sorry, man, I had to. By the way, Collector P, I actually need to ship off your stuff. I'll ship that off with this winner's. I don't know if you know, you won last month. I do need your, just hit me up and let me know if your shipping information is the same. I think it is, but I just want to make sure. Comic Bookworm says, one reason I like small channels is that I have interaction with them. Yeah, that's a really good point. That's a very good point. Yeah, and Preston agrees. Oh, that sucks. It doesn't like wrap. I'll have to fix that. But yeah, I'll read the full comment. I agree. I think the ability to interact is a big plus, something that gets lost when you're 1 in 50,000. That's true. I mean, it's the funny thing though is it's still something you see. You see some of those bigger channels, they're able to interact with people, and props to them. When I've had 100 people in chat and the chat's moving really fast, it is fucking hard to keep up with all those comments. Buddy says, I don't know if you remember, but remember how Wizard used to nominate certain shops, which actually was only way to be allowed at the cons. Wow, you just kind of like you know brain sparked me there, to quote a show my daughter watches on Netflix. Not a sponsor, but yeah, that's absolutely something that I remember. Just like, I really wish I hadn't sold all my old Wizard magazines. It really pains me. I wish I hadn't done it, but I did. I need to pick up a few and kind of paw through them. But that's one thing. Wizard actually had some real conflict of interest concerns. Hey, Preston, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. I really appreciate that, Preston. Thank you so much for that. And oh my God, Comic Bookworm takes us over the top. Thank you guys. That's very helpful for me. I sorry if that's a little bit like begging. If you don't know, the way it works on YouTube is if you don't hit a certain threshold, which is $100 by the end of the month, you will not receive your payout for that month until your entire account balance reaches over $100. So just, and if I don't hit it, I don't hit it. That's fine. I don't consider it like a huge deal, but it's nice to be able to get a payout for the month. And, it helps me do certain things like buy the services I use for the channel without having to use money that's meant for other things. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, K-pop, how's it going? Welcome to the show. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Hello, everybody. So yeah, when it comes to the discussion around OTT, wait a minute, OTT? Comic Bookworm has always been OTT. Off. Oh, over the top? Did I get it? Oh, I hope I got it. I feel like I'm gonna get made fun of if I don't. It's like a Stallone movie. But yeah, it's one of those things where the level of negativity I see around the comic book community awards frustrates me a lot more than a lot of other things do. And if you don't like the awards, that's fine, by the way. That's totally fine. I get that. If you feel like, they're not run very well, or there's certain categories you want to see, any of that kind of stuff, I get it. But I think there's more positive and constructive ways to offer feedback. The reactions I see either come off to me, quite frankly, the negative reactions, as jealousy, or kind of like, I hate, gatekeeping is such a rigged word, but it's a little like gatekeeping. It's a little like, well, who, or like trying to pretend like the comic book community awards are gatekeeping. And okay, so it was over the top. That's excellent. Could have saved you $5. Well, you know what, guys? You helped me out quite a bit, so I appreciate that. Yeah, you just got to communicate next time in chat. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Really, it was a call to action for people that might want to become channel members that want to go watch Vampirella with me after this show, to go do so. But I will take the generosity. I just had the temp work done for a crown earlier today, so dental woes continue, unfortunately. So yeah, there you go. You're contributing to that fund at least. I don't know. I'm just tired of this. I'm tired of seeing this. I'm tired of seeing the negativity. I think at one point CJ's doing a great job over there. I'm sure. I had to kind of bounce for this stream because I just needed to get this stream out so I could do the pre-show thing, to do the show over on the Discord. But I really feel like it'd be fun to have Brian on and kind of have that same conversation, just offer him another venue to talk about it. So maybe that's something I'll reach out to him and ask if he wants to do that. That's how I feel about it. So, it is crazy. I'm definitely seeing chat shenanigans because I had to refresh my phone to get the correct feed. Oh, that's hilarious. My daughter got a Burger King crown the other day. I should go toss that on. If you missed it, speaking of being on CJ's channel, and CJ, he's getting a lot of free plugs tonight. Baglactus could come out at any time, and if you know, you know. But Baglactus is a real threat. So, so other than that, that's kind of how I feel about it. Most of you seem to agree, which is great. It doesn't mean I'm gonna have a lot of chance to kind of have counterpoint discourses or anything like that. So I'll probably move on to the next topic unless anybody has anything they want to talk about when it relates to the comic book community awards. And so I'll kind of talk about real fast. I mean, these, got some hardcore band fans in the house, and I appreciate that very much. Thank you. So I'll talk about some channel update stuff. Hey, Tricky Trapster, how's it going? So channel update stuff. I've been making some improvements on the back end. I still need to tweak stuff. Like I got a new key light. For all you nerds that are into video production, I'm not actually directly shining it on me. I'm bouncing it off the wall. I think I might need a second light to kind of get some softer light on me too. I thought it would work pretty well. But it does seem a little soft to me. That's what she said. Kind of raise up the light a little bit here. And then I added some shelving and stuff. I'm kind of displaying things a little bit differently, a little more cleanly in the back. Because of the way I have the desk and the camera set up, you get to see a little bit more of the surroundings than I'd like. And I don't love the video quality I've ever gotten from this webcam I bought about a year ago now. And so my next thing is I'm probably going to add a camera to the setup. I'm looking at a Sony camera right now. So that's kind of what's next. The crown thing is probably going to delay that a little bit. But yeah, that's exactly what I was going for. Is it's kind of a little bit of an upgrade to the look of the show. Making that cheddar, that cabbage, yeah. Awesome. Thanks a lot, Nicholas. I appreciate it. Yeah, a lot of sickos. For sure. So yeah, I guess I heard he was Preston was saying something about him being live earlier, and I think it was about Gold Key. I was unfortunately a little preoccupied, getting drilled, and not in a fun way. But I guess Adam Brooks of Gold Key was live on Economics and Comics earlier, so I'll have to watch that and check it out. But yeah, it's interesting. I guess there's a Kickstarter running now. Yeah, the camera. Oh, hey, you spotted the Power Girl. Yeah, Power Girl's up there. Supergirl's up there. Got an Iron Man. For sure. Those cameras are pricey. Yes, they are. No, Tricky. That was so frustrating. You guys weren't reading the chat. I was telling you that there was 2 minutes left on an auction, and I was like, should I pull the trigger or not? And you guys were talking about it, and I, real talk, I wasn't going to base my decision on what some people said on a panel, but I was kind of curious what the opinion was. Might have swayed me a little bit one way or the other, right? And no, it's sold. So I was talking about, I think I was saying like for 125, would you buy a 5.0 X-Men 50, the Steranko Polaris cover, where it has the first appearance of the modern style X-Men logo that we see now? Would you buy that? And it ended up selling for like 150. So I was sitting there hovering. I think I had like my finger on the bid button, and it went all the way down to the wire. So, oh no, yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, man. It was just funny to me because I kept saying check chat. Like you guys were like, did you buy it? Or are you gonna buy it or whatever? And I was like, check chat, it's already sold. It's sold for, I think a couple of people were like, that's too much money, and that's fair. That's totally fair. And then at the same time, Kamikaze was like, dude, if you really need that book, hit me up. We can work something out. And then I hit him up, and then I haven't heard from him since then. So, no, I'm gently calling out Kamikaze, not for real, not real beef. I was actually supposed to be on his show on his channel not that long ago, and I don't know what I could say, but he had an in real life thing happen that was legitimately serious, and we had to reschedule for a to be determined later date. So that was too bad. So Adam Brooks with Gold Key was live on ESE. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Thought I had that right. I wish that didn't run off the screen like that. That is annoying. But that's the price for not using StreamYard. So there we go. There is some comic news to talk about, or comic book related news. So let me get a window going here with that information, and we can discuss that a little bit. So if you do want to watch Vampirella from 1996, which is a notorious movie, I'll say that. Head over to the join button down below, and then make sure you hit me up on the Discord server so I can give you access to that channel. I'm going to my Discord right now to look at my nerd news section. You guys remember the nerd news clips? It's hard for me to say fast. We're gonna discuss some of that stuff. So I could actually just do that. Why don't I just do that? Right? Right. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's fine. How do I do that? Is it window capture? Stand by for 1 second here. Okay. I think I do it through browser. No, but I don't. I definitely don't. Okay, this is going to look really weird for a second. Okay. We'll just do it like that. I know there's some black on the edge of the screen, but, it'll be okay. What do I want to do here? I want to pull up chat. Okay, just do it. Do it. Starsky and Hutch, Ben Stiller. You have a loud vehicle. Okay, so this is my Discord server. If you've never joined or come here before, well, that's silly, and you should. If you're watching now, at least, you definitely should if you're not already. There you go. There's an invite link. Come hang out. So this is, I post stuff. I post my stupid Lego shit that no one cares about. And then, all these people are in here and they're having a great time, and I love all of them for being here. What are we at? We're at like 27 plus. We're like 128 or so members right now. It's pretty cool. So let's talk about some of the nerd news. That's one of the sections I have on the channel. Let's go back to some of the news that we've discovered. Discussed, not discovered. Let's pull up the CBR article. This is a little bit older information, but we do have news that Disney Plus's reboot for X-Men the Animated Series, main villain is going to be Mr. Sinister, which is awesome. I think he was a great part of the show from the original series. Making sure I'm caught up with chat here. So yeah, that's really awesome. So I think did we just gain a new member? Hey, what's up? Let's wave to our new member here. So, oh my gosh, nope, yeah, we just got more waves. Okay. I was like going to have a little wave party there, but yeah, we're waving to you. We're waving to you. Daniel, So yeah, we've got Bo DeMaio. Bo DeMaio, good name. Revealed that Mr. Sinister would be the primary antagonist in the upcoming Disney Plus animated series. A very, 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 very favorite character of mine and many others, Mr. Sinister, will rear his ugly head from the past with a pretty foolproof plan to destroy the X-Men once and for all. Awesome. I cannot wait for this show. It's probably not going to live up to my hype and my expectations, but I think that's exciting. So that's one of the things we talked about over there. I think that's really cool. So yeah, that's fun. So, the next article, well, not really an article. I didn't really paste the article, but this is you probably have seen this by now if you're on the internet, if you're of the internet. But we do have the first look at Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn in the Joker. Kind of a cool outfit for like a movie style. I like the leggings still have the diamond pattern. We see that this is kind of a protest to free the Joker, and there's yep, that was something that Buddy pointed out. Let's highlight that for a second. Crazy in love, Joker has a new love. So we kind of get the bit of the plot kind of leaking here. We knew she was coming, but that's really cool. So this is something I posted today. We have new casting news for the MCU. Wonder Man Demetrius Gross lands key role in new Marvel series, and he is from Fear the Walking Dead and Swagger. I do not know this actor. I'm not familiar with him. I watched a little bit of Fear the Walking Dead, but I don't remember much of it. I think I watched a couple episodes and I bounced off pretty hard on that one. But it's kind of cool because we have confirmation that he's going to be Grim Reaper, which is really cool. Really cool. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, Wonder Man, we already kind of got some news about Wonder Man coming. It's exciting. This is probably one of the more solid casting rumors I've kind of seen in a while. Not rumors, but it was a rumor and now it's confirmed, right? So that's one of the more happy things I've seen. I think that's really cool. So I was just seeing if there's any other comic news over here that I haven't seen yet. Not really. Yellowstone. I just watched Yellowstone and all the spin-off shows for the first time. And then I'll point this out. Headless Hammerhead. If you're not familiar with Headless Hammerhead runs Dangerous Waters Comics and More, which is a comic book shop in Florida. He pointed out that he got this note as a comic book shop that Batman: The Dark Knight Detective trade paperback volume 7 will be missing a page. Page 151 in the collection was printed twice, and page 153 was omitted from the collection entirely. This book will not be reprinted, but the affected story, Detective Comics Annual number 4 will be reprinted in its entirety in volume 8. So that's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting about that. Here we go. This is the big news. So Perlmutter is laid off from Marvel. Oh shit! I'm gonna get paywalled here. So Isaac Perlmutter, who was the most crotchety old man from Disney, from Marvel before they were joined by Disney, basically ever. I don't have the chat early on this. Let me see if I can add that real fast. Add. I think that's a browser. Add existing chat overlay. There we go. So we can still see your comments there. I hope they put X-23 in the new series. Those are my favorite episodes. Yo, man. How did I not even think of that? They could add so many characters. I seriously never even thought about it. I was just like, wow, they're going to have like this new episodes, but I didn't really think about all the new characters. That's really interesting. There's a series, what's the new series? There's a series that's basically like, what if the X-Men animated series was continuing along the lines of the comic books? So basically, like they got to the Krakoan era in the animated series universe. That was very interesting to read. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. So yeah, Monday Disney started to eliminate 7,000 jobs, about 4% of its global total, as part of a 5.5 billion cut intended to improve their financial growth. And Perlmutter was part of that. He's an 80-year-old employee. He is a curmudgeon-y type character. I said crotchety earlier. Curmudgeon's probably the right word. He kind of infamously butted heads with Kevin Feige. And there's a lot of things we kind of pointed to throughout the history of the MCU that didn't happen because of Perlmutter. So I don't know how much of an effect this really is going to have going forward. You know, some of these executives, they get to a certain point and they're almost like figurehead type characters almost, more than actual active contributors to the board. But I don't know. I hope it means some positivity. Look, the way I'll talk about it. Oh yeah, and props to Preston. He posted the. Maybe this is a better displaying page too. Limited to comics, publishing, game licensing, arena shows, and some consumer. Okay, so there we go. By the end, I should probably unhighlight that comment so people can see better. By the end, Perlmutter's purview was limited to comic publishing, game licensing, arena shows, and some consumer products. It's funny, the source on this is the New York Times article we were just looking at. So it is fascinating. According to, in recent years, Perlmutter has been a source of immense frustration with Disney. Last year, he reportedly contacted Disney board members and executives on multiple occasions in an attempt to get his friend, billionaire businessman and activist investor Nelson Peltz, on the board. When that failed, Peltz started a proxy fight with Disney, which ended a short time later when the company announced its wide-ranging restructuring plan. So, yeah, there was an infamous attempt to lower the budget of Doctor Strange. Excuse me, we haven't even started watching the Vampirella movie yet, and this is already happening. This is bad. It's just crazy. Hopefully, it just means we see, kind of an improvement in the actual MCU at this point. I don't think it really will. The only thing I could see is there's sort of been this interesting disconnect between the MCU and the current Marvel comics. It is possible that Perlmutter was responsible for part of that. I don't know how much stock I put in that, but it's something that's interesting to think about, is that perhaps he was involved in that. If that's the case, it'd be really fun to see more of an interaction between those things. I think it would help the MCU at this point. Personally, I think they need some help. So there you go. Okay, so this is the article I shared a little bit earlier here on the Discord. Ben Schwartz loves James Gunn and Plastic Man, says playing character would be a dream come true. This comes from comicbook.com. So the James era, I'll just read part of the article here. James Gunn's era of the DC Universe is beginning. The critically acclaimed director of Guardians of the Galaxy and the Suicide Squad took on leadership duties at the newly formed DC Studios this past fall, joining forces with longtime producer Peter Safran to take Warner Bros. Discovery's sandbox of superheroes in a new direction. While the lines are still blurry on how hard of a reboot this Chapter 1 Gods and Monsters will be, it is known that the upcoming DC slate will feature new actors in the roles of Superman and Batman, as well as the introduction of fan favorites such as Swamp Thing and Booster Gold. While it's unclear as to which actors will be brought in for any of these roles, One Star is keen on bringing a certain stretchy superhero into the blossoming cinematic universe. Speaking to comicbook.com at the Renfield premiere, Ben Schwartz emphasized his eagerness to play Plastic Man. He's my dream, Schwartz said. Plastic Man is one of the oldest characters in DC's comic library, first debuting back in the 1940s. Patrick O'Brien has the ability to elongate his body and is insusceptible to telepathy. The slick-haired hero often interacts with Batman and the Justice League. He's found his way into modern media across multiple mediums, showing his face as a supporting character in the animated series Batman the Brave and the Bold, the video game franchise Lego Batman, which doesn't really count, I don't think, and the film Teen Titans Go to the movies. I will say that, so the other thing I don't have handy, but I know James Gunn tweeted a picture of Plastic Man too, so that's interesting. To kind of, add some fuel to this fire. So very, very interesting stuff. And then, since Preston brought it up, let's just show this real fast. I don't have any experience with this here, but Gold Key Comics and Boris Karloff. The next chapter in this iconic publisher's journey includes a brand new title and the historic return of Boris Karloff to comics and the resurrection of Gold Key, which is awesome. Some of the first comic books I ever laid my eyes on were Gold Key comic books. So it's already funded too. $17,660 of the $12,000 goal already funded. Looks like we have a new channel member. I just got an alert to that. Psycho Phil. Phil, welcome to the Bronze Age Nerd family and the Bronze Age Nerd Club, as they say on the chat there. If you want to go join my Discord server, if you're not a member already, the link is a couple messages above, unless that was you that joined earlier, Daniel. You're already on. You're already on because you waved. Okay, you waved to Daniel. Okay, so I was trying to make sure I fill Daniel. It's getting confusing here. So let me live add your role as a channel supporter. And that'll give you access to the channel. Welcome to the club, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for giving us a chance to be your home on Discord over there and watch Vampirella with us. When you go, I gave you access now. So here's all the channels on the left, by the way. Nerd News, where we talk about things like what we just talked about. The band club is kind of like the reading club. Headless Hammerhead posts codes in here every once in a while, which is really cool. Kind of like what's going on with comic books. Bronze Buys is where we show off, pickups and things that happened recently. So that's a really cool place to go check out. We have No Dumb Questions, which is a great place to go. And there's like no judgment. You can ask any beginner-friendly, questions you want. It doesn't matter what your expertise level is or any of that. So definitely check that out. Comic books, we have a speculation section where you can go check out upcoming news and stuff like that. I won't show the booty cover section. That's a not safe for work section where we post like sexy comic books that are coming out, that kind of stuff. I haven't talked about this in a while, but we have the LCS Spotlight. Fulcrum Comics, great member of the channel. Go check out Fulcrum Comics. Actually, let's go check them out real fast. So this is Fulcrum Comics. I think he's actually opening a physical location soon, which is really awesome. So you can get your reward there if the first time you go to the site. He's got a bunch of slabs. Does FOC stuff. So go check him out as well. We've talked about some of the other channels recently, some of the other stores recently. So why not mention him as well? Challenge accepted. I love it. I talked about artists and writers, Comic Cons. These are the partners of the channel. So here we have Dangerous Waters Comics, which is a great shop. You can go check them out. Turlock Comics, you've heard about them before. We talk about pop culture and things that happen in different pop culture, movies and TV shows. You kind of get the idea here. But where you're going to want to go to for the Bronze Age Heroes section, this is where you're going to go tonight to watch the Vampirella movie. I was talking about Alicia Silverstone in Batman and Robin there. I was talking about, this is chat from the Fantastic Four stream from last month. It's kind of creeping up here. We talked about Batman and Robin. So this is kind of a member-only area that you can go check out. And we have people selling stuff. We have people buying stuff. trading stuff. We have movie and TV show spoilers, that kind of stuff too. So that's kind of the overview of the Discord. If you wanted to check it out, if you want to become a member, definitely consider doing it. It's up to you guys, but it does help me out quite a bit too. So, when the hell are we going to get Lobo asking for a friend? Oh man. So here's the counterpoint to that. Oh, and I think Preston mentions that. Okay. Yeah, K-pop says that's what I want to know. When WB cancels Aquaman and we get Momoa to play Lobo, is there anybody else that thinks that somebody else should play Lobo? I don't even necessarily know who, but I feel weird seeing him as Lobo after seeing him as Aquaman, I guess. I don't know. I hear Henry Cavill's available. He does look the part for sure. And the funny thing is everyone talks about like Khal Drogo or Aquaman with him, or there's another big role. My first exposure with Jason Momoa was actually Stargate Atlantis, and in Stargate Atlantis he plays a bounty hunter. Kind of. He plays like an intergalactic runner, basically, where he's being chased by some people, but he's basically a badass. He kind of acts like a bounty hunter, tracker, kind of jack of all trades character, and it's a good show. It's a good show, underrated show. So, well, we got about 5 minutes left before the show happens over on Discord, or we get kind of started on that. So let me pull up a random list generator and get our current channel members entered into for the entry to win. It's the easy way for me to do that. Oh yeah, to grab it from the file I have. Kevin Durand. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's the dude from Mortal Kombat, right? He was also in Lost. Am I thinking of the right guy? Let me make sure I'm thinking of the right guy. Yeah. Okay, I'm thinking of the right guy. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Let's see here. Got to get my handy dandy member list. There we go. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the right guy. All right. So for the people you'll see on a list in a second, I'm going to show that have an asterisk next to their name. Those people are the $10 a month members, and they are eligible to win a bonus prize if they win. And I will say it is a slab. It's a 9/8 slab this month. So definitely something to consider. And then I got to add in our newest member. Let me see what level he joined at real fast. Members, see all members. Phil, you are a band club member, right? Yes. Phil and Darren are band club members. Okay, so Phil Ryerson? Anybody? There we go. Gotta be able to copy your name. Phil, looks like you played some Overwatch at some point. Nice. I have some Overwatch clips on my my main account, my like personal account. Okay, so Phil's in there. He joined in the month of March, and then let's. Oh, okay. Comic Journey mentioned me on a video. That's funny. Allow selected. There we go. Okay, so now we can actually show this shindig. That's what we say, right? Again, so Collector P won last month. Congratulations to Collector P. And here is the random.org list randomizer. Real quick, I want to thank everybody that's a channel member. X11 Bravo. Definitely go support X11 Bravo over on IG. Comic Journey. And these are the ones with asterisks. Like I said, those are the $10 a month members. Comic Journey. Go support Comic Journey on his YouTube channel. Tex is one of the members on the Discord. He holds it down over there. Gamma Based Comics. Go follow them over on Facebook. Starset Comics. Follow him on IG or whatnot. DC Irish, go follow him over on YouTube. Preston is just a fantastic supporter of everybody in the community. Buddy, I would say go follow Buddy on IG, follow Buddy on Facebook. Chester Benson, I don't know if he has an account anywhere. Collector P, you can follow over on IG. Jack B, Tomb, Cody Fraley, Shigeuki Kikita, Matt268, Malverde Designs. Malverde Designs is who created my slab stand you can see back there. Go follow him on IG. Shadow Rat, Kilted Corgi, holding it down up in Canada. Sonia Prieto, Johnny Boys Comics, Darren Smith, and new member of the family, Phil, Psycho Phil. So, once again, the prizes, I'll show them off in here in a second. I'll run the randomizer 3 times. Third time we run it, that's the winner. So, Cody, you would have won if that was the third time, but it's not. All right, one more time. This is the second time we've run it, and let's randomize one more time. Good luck, everybody. We know that Shigeyuki, who actually I think won once, is not the winner this time, unless he comes up at the top of the list. Again, we'll find out. Here we go. Sonia Prieto is the winner of the Vampirella comics. That's awesome. Congratulations, Sonia. We'll show off those prizes one more time in case you check this out on the rewind. I don't think I've seen her in chat tonight. You got the Segovia Vengeance of Vampirella 17 cover. You got the kind of the biggest comic in there, probably that Gem Mint exclusive cover right there from his Indiegogo. Kind of similar to Comic Tropes Indiegogo, which is still running right now. Go check out my interview with him or go check that out. Inyak Lee, Vampirella 14 cover. Shannon Mayer in a Vampirella Unholy Origin Love Story #1. And Gilliam Murch in Vampirella Year 1 #4 with a former Booty Cover of the Week winner there. Congratulations, Sonia. You rock. Thanks for supporting me as a channel member, everybody. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, congrats, Sonia. Definitely congratulations. Okay, so I'm going to end the stream here. Go hop over in a Discord. Give me a couple minutes to use the facilities, and I'll jump on the channel. If by some chance you're a channel member and you don't have access to the Discord channel, let me know. I would love to add you. Again, for $1, you can become a member if you just want to come watch once and see what it's like. Go for it. And I'll see you over there in a little bit. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great night, and I'll catch you on the next one.